All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Houston on the first leg of his week-long visit to the US, meets US energy sector CEOs. India's Petronet to import 5 million tons of LNG from US Company Tellurian. Assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana on 21st October. By-polls for 64 assembly seats in 18 states and Samastipur Lok Sabha seat in Bihar on the same day. Saudi Arabia says Iranian weapons were used in attack on its oil facilities. And in sports today, Deepak Punia to take on Hassan, Yazdani of Iran in the World Wrestling Championship in Kazakhstan. And India to clash with South Africa in the third and final T20 cricket match in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Houston on the first leg of his week-long visit to the US. He was received at the Bush International Airport by Director Trade and International Affairs Christopher Olson and other officials. US Ambassador to India Kenneth Juster and Indian Ambassador to the United States Harshvardhan Shringla were also present. In his first engagement, Prime Minister Modi interacted with captains of industry from US energy sector. On the sidelines of the Prime Minister's meeting with energy sector CEOs, India's Petronet signed a memorandum of understanding for the purchase of up to 5 million tons of LNG per annum from American company Tellurian through equity investment in the Driftwood project in Louisiana. In an exclusive interview to AIR after the meeting, Secretary, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Guru Prasad Mahapatra, who attended the CEO's meet, said it is a reflection of growing Indo-US ties.
As India moves into a $5 trillion economy, internationally the energy sector is very, very critical, and it is important to secure its energy both in terms of affordability, long-term sustainability, and very assured availability. So this discussion is very useful, and I'm sure next few years this interaction with the US companies and their increasing presence in India is going to be very, very useful for India's economy.
Our correspondent has filed this report on the meeting from Houston.
Energy security and diversifying its energy mix have been at the core of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's policies. As he interacted with top 16 US CEOs, the focus was on investment in India, technical collaboration and partnership. With oil supplies from Iran coming to a halt, reduction in Saudi output and Brent crude on a rise have led India to look for other options. The CEOs meet at the US energy capital in Houston is significant as India-Houston trade valued at over $4.3 billion and over 1.5 lakh Indian Americans living here. With Atul Tiwari, Saubhagyakar, Houston.
All eyes today are on the grand spectacle of Howdy Modi, the Indian community event at the NRG Stadium. Over 50,000 Indian Americans will listen to the joint address by the Prime Minister and US President Donald Trump at the mega event. The address will be followed by a community reception. Mr. Modi will leave for New York today and will attend the Climate Action Summit at the UN headquarters tomorrow. The Prime Minister will also address a high-level meeting on universal health coverage. At the Economic and Social Council's chamber at the UN headquarters, a major attraction will be the dedication to Mahatma Gandhi on his 150th birth anniversary. Leadership Matters, Relevance of Mahatma Gandhi in the Contemporary World is the theme of the event. The Prime Minister will inaugurate the Gandhi Solar Park at the UN headquarters and Gandhi Peace Garden. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's Global Goalkeepers Award will be presented to the Prime Minister for his leadership role in the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. On the 25th of September, Mr. Modi will deliver the keynote address at the Bloomberg Global Business Forum. The Prime Minister will address the UN General Assembly session on the 27th of September. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to US and his joint address at Howdy Modi has created a buzz in the US media. Houston Chronicle headline reads, "Who will speak first, Trump or Modi?" The paper carries a statement by Howdy Modi spokesperson Preeti Dwara that we will leave an element of surprise for you. The paper adds that a massive pep rally in downtown Houston, officially christened Howdy Modi, is said to be a spectacle. The Atlantic Daily says Trump at the Modi EO. Texas Standard on its online version has carried the headline, Houston says Howdy Modi, as Indian Prime Minister promotes trade with US during Texas visit. The paper adds there is a significant Indian American population in Houston and many residents are eager for the Prime Minister's visit. Wall Street Journal writes that Indian Prime Minister Modi, in visit to US, seeks to ease trade tensions. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
मम्मी, मैं तैयार हूँ बाजार जाने के लिए। आपने कपड़े का थैला रख लिया है ना? प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
इस 2 अक्टूबर को हम भारत को सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, क्या इससे देश को मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं? मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें। आप अपने घर से कपड़े का थैला लेकर के आइए। जूट के थैले हो, कपड़े के थैले हो, मेरे किसान को मदद करेगा। गरीब विधवा माँ जो सिलाई करती होगी उसको मदद करेगा। यानी हमारा एक छोटा सा निर्णय भी सामान्य मानवी के जीवन में किस प्रकार से बदलाव ला सकता है, हम उस दिशा में काम करें।
क्या आपने रखा है अपने साथ कपड़े का थैला?
Assembly elections for Maharashtra and Haryana will be held on the 21st of October and the counting of votes will take place on 24th October. The Election Commission has also announced by-polls for 64 assembly seats across 18 states and Samastipur parliamentary constituency in Bihar. Maharashtra has 288 assembly seats while Haryana has 90 seats. BJP President Amit Shah called upon party workers of Maharashtra and Haryana to bring achievements of the governments to the people. In a series of tweets, Mr. Shah also called upon all the voters of Maharashtra and Haryana, especially the youth, to vote in large numbers and become a partner in choosing a strong government. The Congress said the party is fully prepared to contest the assembly polls in Maharashtra and Haryana. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, Congress spokesperson Pawan Khera said the party will raise pro-people issues in the elections, especially concerning farmers and the youth. Keeping in view the hazardous impact on the environment, the Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora asked political parties to avoid the use of plastic in their campaigns. In Maharashtra, police seized 67 lakh rupees in cash from a South Mumbai locality yesterday, just hours after the Model Code of Conduct came into force. According to a police official, on a tip-off, a special squad of city police raided a shop in Popalwadi area last evening. He said the squad recovered the cash from the shop, which was handed over to the Income Tax Department for further inquiry. In Uttar Pradesh, campaigning for the by-election to Hamirpur Assembly seat ended last evening. Voting will take place tomorrow. Our correspondent reports the by-election to the seat will be the first after the Lok Sabha polls. The by-poll was necessitated due to the disqualification of seating BJP MLA Ashok Kumar Singh Chandel following his conviction in a murder case. This is All India Radio giving you the news.
बेटा कहाँ चले?
मैं चला पार्क। वहाँ होंगे कॉलोनी के सारे बच्चे। हम सब मिलकर चलाएंगे स्वच्छता का अभियान। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
हम 2 अक्टूबर से पहले लगभग 2 सप्ताह तक देश भर में स्वच्छता ही सेवा अभियान चलाते हैं। इस बार यह 11 सितंबर से शुरू होगा। इस दौरान हम अपने अपने घरों से बाहर निकलकर श्रमदान के जरिए महात्मा गांधी को कार्यांजलि देंगे। पूरे देश में प्लास्टिक के खिलाफ एक नए जन आंदोलन की नींव रखेंगे।
स्वच्छता का ये अभियान चलाना है और सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक को हटाना है।
Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Adel Al-Jubeir, has said that the attacks on the oil facilities were undertaken with Iranian weapons and that Iran would be held accountable for them. In a press conference in Riyadh, he said the attacks on Aramco facilities last week were an attempt to target the global energy security. He said that Saudi Arabia is in consultations with allies and friends to decide the next steps. On Friday, Saudi Arabia flew more than 80 international journalists to the site of the attacks on its oil industry. Meanwhile, the United States has announced that it was sending military reinforcements to the Gulf region following attacks. Earlier, President Donald Trump ordered new sanctions on Tehran. Commerce and Industry and Railways Minister Piyush Goyal has unveiled the India Pavilion design of the World Expo 2020 in Dubai. He said this is the time for the country to engage with every nation and grasp the opportunity that has come its way to become a superpower. More from our correspondent.
With the theme Future is in India, the proposed India Pavilion will portray the new India by drawing inspiration from the country's diversity in its various forms. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony of the proposed model of the India Pavilion, Union Minister Piyush Goyal said that India is destined to be a world superpower and this is the time to engage with every country in the world. Mr. Goyal said that PM Modi's goal of making India a $5 trillion economy is completely doable if all the stakeholders come and work together. Dubai Expo 2020, which is scheduled to be held from October next year, will run for nearly 6 months. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
Now here is the sports roundup.
India's star wrestler Deepak Punia will fight legendary Hassan Yazdani of Iran in the 86 kg category final of World Wrestling Championships at Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan today. He reached the final after defeating his semi-final opponent Stefan Richmuth of Switzerland 8-2. In cricket, India will play South Africa in the third and final T20 match at Bengaluru today. After a comprehensive 7-wicket victory in the second T20 at Mohali on Wednesday, India is seeking a 2-0 series win before the Test series gets underway from the 2nd of the next month. Amit Pangal yesterday became the first Indian male boxer to win a silver medal at the AIBA Men's World Boxing Championships at Ekaterinburg, Russia. Though Pangal failed to win gold, yet this was India's best ever finish at the Worlds. Aarti Rana, Sports Desk.
Back home, BJP President Amit Shah has asked party MPs to start campaigns on Mahatma Gandhi's ideals for his 150th birth anniversary celebrations. Mr. Shah held a meeting with party MPs from all the states through video conferencing at BJP headquarters in New Delhi. He asked MPs to start campaigns in their constituencies to propagate Gandhi's ideals on cleanliness, khadi and environment. Mr. Shah also separately addressed chief ministers of BJP-ruled states through video conferencing. BJP Working President J.P. Nadda and other senior leaders were present during the meeting. In Jammu and Kashmir, Deputy Commissioner Kishtwar Angrez Singh Rana chaired an awareness program on Ghar Ghar Solar, Ghar Ghar Roshan yesterday. The move aims to promote solar energy and cover rural unelectrified areas of the district. Under the first phase, 13,500 solar home lighting systems were distributed at 50% subsidized rates throughout the district. He urged ward members to spread awareness about the project among the masses. Union Petroleum, Natural Gas and Steel Minister Dharmendra Pradhan says the reduction in corporate tax rate will boost the manufacturing sector and it is a big step towards Make in India. He said the decision will provide a stimulus to the economy, especially during the current challenging conditions. He was addressing a media conference in Hyderabad ahead of the Jan Jagran Abhiyan on the abrogation of Article 370. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Sanjay Mattu.
Thank you, Abhishek. Announcement of assembly elections and result dates for Maharashtra and Haryana, and the US getting ready to say Howdy Modi are the two stories that dominate headlines in most dailies this morning. Maharashtra, Haryana to vote on October 21, results 3 days later, is the lead in the Indian Express. BJP on song eyes even bigger victories, opposition on a prayer, says Times of India. Indian Americans can't wait for Howdy Modi, notes the Statesman. The Hindustan Times quotes ISRO as saying, manned space mission next priority. The Asian Age, quoting ISRO chief K. Sivan, says, an Indian in space by December 2021. The Tribune, quoting the HRD ministry, writes, pre-primary to be part of formal school education soon. 60 foreign militants infiltrated into J&K, says State Police Chief, writes The Hindu. And finally, how do harsh sounds disturb the brain? The Hindu reports that in a first, researchers have decoded what happens in our brain when we hear harsh sounds. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Sanjay. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Houston on the first leg of his week-long visit to the U.S., meets U.S. energy sector CEOs. India's Petronet to import 5 million tons of LNG from US Company Tellurian. Assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana on 21st October. By-polls for 64 assembly seats in 18 states and Samastipur Lok Sabha seat in Bihar on the same day. Saudi Arabia says Iranian weapons were used in attack on its oil facilities. And in sports today, Deepak Punia to take on Hassan, Yazdani of Iran in the World Wrestling Championship in Kazakhstan, and India to clash with South Africa in the third and final T20 cricket match in Bengaluru. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.